Yanyantechwa, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe, Akuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, eye convenient, eye fast, and sounds so free. She. Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Intienne. Also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first Kakomo Busia for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwanten akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfa akosika swane ne mpatemu anase achimota lapa se kosinsawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bia wo se wutumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto. All call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
It is always important to entertainment because for industry anymore and we are seeing so stories near legit conk. What's next year? Oh, shit. Look no further. Sammy Flex TV it is, and this is Showbiz Daily. My name is MC Berima, your favorite MC's MC, and in the shots with me, the newest, finest appointee, Menkase. Road manager, bruh. Be able to Charlie, I'm happy for you. Yeah, I'm happy for you. It's so beautiful to have people like this around, and then how is the feeling like?
Charlie, it's a good feeling. Just that the work is very demanding as usual, or just as anybody would expect. It's been good so far. I mean, the Wendy I knew from afar is not the same Wendy I knew getting very close to her in just some few days. And you know, like I say, in general, it has been very, very good.
So far, so good. Yeah. And then we know when I drop here and I say like on the usual, you know, one which I will say, oh Charlie, would you mind putting that and I want you to do this thing. As to
road manager.
Yeah.
The call came through. My boss questionnaires and the appointment was just made. So
I like that. And then this Saturday, no, and we say maybe how did it go?
Yakobo should be a Brekum hangout festival. Brekum. I mean, it was purposely for the tertiary graduates now. Recently, and we say. GHS for so actually BC area near there. As I say, school for no do na so so it was purposely for them to have fun and hang out with when they share, and it was very, very successful. I mean, me akasan as an individual perception and I'm a in Krokro bisa no so no. When I got there, I was very, very disappointed. Like, I dream I remember the Accra. I met to say obi Bob Brekum. The beba me trimono. And me going there and experiencing it myself for the first time. I mean, I think said the Nkrofo cannot Accra is not Ghana. No, it was say Ekuna Nkrofo team say Accra and Ghana. Brekum. This is my first time I make up Brekum, and the town is so beautiful. Like the people there are very, very disciplined. Like from this, no higher coin, so higher on your way,
on your way going.
Yeah, on our way going to.
So beautiful.
No, but when we say maybe a beautiful, like, it might not necessarily be the road or what the structures you see there. It can even be. It can even be how. Yeah, almost structure or nyama maybe how almost see on fifi. You know, say Accra hanu maybe on my offer penoba kuro be them. Google crowd, location and now all they drive. You won't say Edwaka could pay baby. Or how no matter demarcations, you know, did they move fine?
Oh, break more.
Yeah.
I think so. Maybe me who started me try. Maybe me who started in Winneba. I think so. We work with Winneba on roads now. And
yeah. I said that in Crawford so can also make the place beautiful for you. So that's the point I am making. And I had na ye ramu aye ko brekum kronu so it was just an interesting journey and the show was massive. I mean normally me say show be saying a crap and a bit to me. IABBC as of 2 a.m. 3 a.m. people were still keen buying tickets and entering, and it's 70 Ghana cedis
per head.
Yes, per head 70 Ghana cedis.
Wow. 70
cedis and the place is big crowd. And they were just coming. In fact, when they performed at like 6 something, I think 6:30 a.m. Or started there from 2 on the morning.
Okay.
And then it entered into 6 a.m. thereabouts. And we had to get off stage. So it was very in fact, Chromo for no artists in the crap and it was just Tama MC in a high peak show now and they were not really performing, but it was just Wendy and the show was very the crowd were singing songs from A to Z and Charlie. The atmosphere then say you get a very different perspective and I said perception be about them there because already sometimes when you are here you feel like those areas so would you be quiet concept. So I think say the mindset I had about areas like that and I think say it's beginning to change after my experience at Brekum. Because 70 can dance some of that because normally if I'm even suggesting to people to go and play shows there, I am looking at 30 CDs, 20 CDs and those things said about you can pull crowd. But for them to pay 70 CDs per head and the place was like crowded from 10 the show started from like 10 p.m. to like the next morning. They were there. Like the place was still they were standing there. I think they 6 a.m. and one video behind the menu say Richie be one confront. They were still standing there. In fact, they were even asking that he should perform till like 12 p.m.
So that means that so can say what we say the in conform was each year they really miss shows like this.
Yeah,
and it feels like
and then when the pen our Wakobo show when we went there we did some background checks and I think Shatta has been there. This guy J Bad and some of the I think I'm an IMP and some few guys I'm winning now boys and radio and it's just some young guys organizing the shows the radio guys they are trying to put the show together, so it's good. I mean we should push and get to such areas. I mean that is what I will encourage from now. Artists are you can get some of these guys, collaborate with them. If make calls there, collaborate with them. I mean just meet the right people on Wokro collaborate with them. We are munche gate procedure, you'll be fine. Then you have to sit here and wait to say maybe somebody will put the show in Accra for you to be on and then you will feel big. No, Charlie. People are still making money in such areas. Okay.
Thank you very much, Nana Reagan, and we want to wish you all the best of luck. When the show, no, it was saying, but yeah, we wish you all the best. You move on to Chamo. Chamo, as a platform, you know, you watch Accra.
Yeah.
Bibi Aboko.
Yeah, Bibi Aboko.
Now, you remember to say with you?
Everything is cool. I mean, there was other things that I have to take care of.
Yeah.
For now, it's okay. So. I'm back, fully back.
All right, fully back. Then we say energy not the big and then better. You move on to the final main man, Kojo King. Anna, is he the artist? No, I was so you magic you. Thank you. We break me here. Na ke bet say West Side nso no Kojo King na o heli ho no. Just say when she say Emre. All right, so weekend is okay.
Yeah, we are fine.
Okay, yeah, the Nyamias BBI fine. So how about you? How was your weekend? I hope you're doing good, and thank you very much for being a part of the family. Same way, can I say that the guitar rasta, makeup artist, also I say my camera coverage personnel, and our face and Lapiji, a producer, and our face and Richie, the finest boy flex on our NAA editor. Yeah, but Mudia now to say entertainment is all around. Did you know that over the weekend, Ghana Music Awards, the GMAUK, UK. A very quick review on that area. Same way, share. Chamo, but once Shatta ako online this year. Now, Sena, Obijin Xobeka say, Brass and Beka say, or the ma BullGod and any other ABA or Ben, woto. And once them, Yebeka. Okay, Yebeka, the ammonia already. Same way, other international Ghanaians are always focusing on countries. I mean, other countries, instead of saying, Africa has it. If you are talk, you say, UK talk, Canada talk, Europe talk. Now, Africa has it, and Kassanso. You should them who say, like the way they do with the Europe and then the other side. You have Kidi in Gambia. Now, record was set, and as a young or year of one, and a year of one. So stay connected. My name is MC Berryman once again. Celestine Donko, and Swaka about fashion, gospel artists, fashion, and this thing I become once. Starting free, your first topic. I discuss a Kidi or Gambia. Now, sure, Kobo, Jamo, what should the number of people, the masses, crowd, I'm budget so. Now, so genuine Bakuma, the real Omode. Responding. I was like, what? Gambia and I'm in Kidi. Moti Kidi ase. What's in you? Chamo, what is the magic? Do we have to always focus on the Europe tour, the UK and then other stuffs instead of African mostly?
Oh, not at all. They can also do Africa as well. But I think the problem is that a lot of musicians and the promoters in Africa, they are not doing a good job. Their strategies and how they promote it is really low. I mean, you have seen some Nigerian artists doing it. Somebody like Kid Daniels. I think he has done well when it comes to Africa. And it's because he had somebody who was ready to invest or partner him for them to do that. You all remember what happened about the Tanzania one. He refused to play. There was a big investor in there who was doing things there for him so that everything will go on. Yeah, so if you get more people in other African countries who are ready to invest, I mean, we even heard that guy, the guy who did it in Tanzania is also a Nigerian. Yeah, so I think it's all about investment and how much you are willing to risk, whether it will work out or not. And I think most of them, they will not lose. Just that the risk, they are not ready to take it. Sometimes they need somebody to call them before they make a move. I don't know this one, but I'm pretty sure that it's not coming from Kidi's camp.
Okay.
There will be somebody there who invited Kidi for them to do something like that. I don't know, even I wouldn't be surprised if the guy paid him up front before he went there. Yes, but Keche, I think not. Keche, they have done it before. I think Guru as well, Gambia, Sierra Leone, they've been there. And it was massive like this one as well. So I'm not surprised that they will get huge crowd like this, especially in this time that we even have internet and they have access to their songs and all that. And if you have a good song, why not? People will cheer you up or be ready to even receive you when you get closer to them. So I'm not surprised, but I think our people are not taking the risk. That's what I can say about it.
Okay. Nana Regan, you move on to also side. What is your take on this one? Your focus on moving or touring Africa as a whole. How do you see it with Kidi's experience with?
I think I feel say artists no we are really limited. When I say we, I'm not an artist. Kojo Kim they are limited. I know so that Kojo Kim they are new to.
But some come who say episode name who say what?
Some me underground still.
But you still qualified to be an artist.
Oh no, underground artists you don't qualify. Yeah. I think say they are limiting themselves. Like I said, Kidi we na me hu you know. When I saw the videos, I wasn't surprised. I mean, Kidi has that weight to pull even more than this in African countries. He has that weight to pull. I mean, that 50,000 crowd in the crap na initially a better about but I am they say my correct says 15,000. And it is still not bad in Gambia. I mean, it is. I don't know. I saw Guru's videos that I saw was also really looking very, very good. I don't know where, like, if it is the same venue and I said different venue, because the numbers can match up to what we are seeing, or we have witnessed Kidi perform to. So it is a good thing that we can only suggest or encourage our artists to adapt. No more BB. Say the natural can investors no. Yes, we know, we understand that if you want to play shows at such places, you need investors. But sometimes you can also scout for the investor. And try on an investor and share them baby in plan. They say, oh, I call him say or his son's panty. I mean, come on, bear $25,000. Been a man fan in Tanzania, and I said, you can also scout and see, so okay, when I crap on a bit in a year, Jima or Tanzania, why not meet him in a year, Jima or Sierra Leone? Why not meet him? I think say. When we say international now, we are US, UK, US, UK, US, UK, US, UK, and we forget what we can. The advantage that is very close to our doors, we tend to forget. Even in Ghana here, I think people are not doing enough talk. People can still do enough talk in Ghana. It's a Ghana view. A crassy ni baby asa. Say they are a trankran no ubo krubi we feel say oh we crown massa in crown they are developing just like Kaswa developing come on Kaswa developing
one family designer
oh my example Kaswa develop it because time I mean I take Kaswa na Kaswa yet say the NAI but see I come on I mean them Castland it's not from Kaswa to Castland
it's a Cassity.
So I mean people should just take advantage of such areas. Now call ye baby. Call bushes, jiska because I feel like as a artist thing be person and wait for certain calls. And I say obetu kwanya or she no so obenya US baby a call and obenya Charlie take advantage. Me na me say I think the issue of Nigeria thing we should even end it. Yeah, we should end it. So our people can look elsewhere. They should go to Togo. We shouldn't underestimate or underrate any African country. Go to Equatorial Guinea and all those places. Charlie, maybe the risk. Yes, the risk is there. We understand, but go when you feel. Come back. Come and do your homework or your checks properly. Go back again. And you might also be successful. You can succeed with whatever that you want to do in such places. So, how do you imagine? Say, in Nigeria, film, Wakoboshi or South Africa, Wabudu or Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Wabu Bonini. Now, do you think that you can't also be baby? Burkina Faso, Amunina, Charlie. Imo na Michael Adang, but many Burkina Faso, they are making good money. They are okay. So, just maybe the artist should come up with some roadmap in terms of events, and they should look at some of these areas. Gambia Pony. So just ask yourself, say if you do proper promotion and you're in Liberia, you're in Uganda, you're in Tanzania, you're in just Kenya, and then because of internet, people are just making contacts there. Even their press guys are trying to contact media people in the country just to know, person then so the musicians and their team can equally do the same thing by scouting for some of these it's and found so on your Ghana and Kenya just discuss business with the person. This is what you want to come and do in Kenya. How can the person help you? This is the person's win. And I say on also the interest money no motivation for entire so what I say now you push it I think that the Nigerian and Ghana conversation, it is becoming too much. Leaving some of this crowd. They are, look at them singing Kidi song back to back.
Just say, or can say a DJ, hold it.
They are
the new song too.
They are singing, and you can mistakenly sit here and think that because like you baby, and I say when you go there, you might not succeed like that until you take a step. You are already a failure. So throw risks and say, "Maybe I may take a step now, may correct. I may fail into me inquire." Sitting there, it's also failure because one taking action, and you can't tell if you succeed or you lose. So they should be bold. They shouldn't let the fear of organizing events at such places sit with them. They should take that bold step, get the right people in some of these areas. And you can even go to Brekum, and if you don't engage the right people to deal with, your show can flop. You can go to Gambia. If you don't contact the right people there, you have a flop show. So get in contact with the right people, sit down with them, do whatever business and come up with good promotional strategies, and you can also gather numbers just as we are seeing Kidi do. So it's good. I mean, congratulations to him. It was a very beautiful show.
All right, thank you very much. It was a very beautiful show. Last words from Nana Riga. You move on to Kojo King. Now, so you the side of the story. Bra, at is okay. Ghana has said Yadana. I was saying to me, Rura. You was saying to me, Rura.
Yeah, I think in every business, when you want to start, you have your long-term and short-term plans. You, right from the beginning, you should know what you do in the years ahead. So if you have a plan of maybe moving outside your shores, it should be enshrined in your plans before you even start. So you don't get to the way and you are stuck, because right from the onset, you know that, okay, when we are in 5 years or 6 years into our business, we have to move outside our shores. Then you will make plans for that. So I think with our musicians, most of them, it is not part of their plans to be moving outside the shores of Ghana. Probably they think being in their own country is okay for them. They are getting whatever revenue. That is why when they will even look out for people who they can consult, agents outside who they can even work or organize some of these events for them. That is what I see, because we don't see most of our people moving. They always want to be here, and even if they want to move, it is somebody who will contact them or put them out there. But in this technology world, that data is so readily accessible that you can click and you know where in the world people are enjoying your music. So you don't wait for people to even contact you. You don't wait for an agent to even contact. And I want to believe agents contact them, but even they will even make it difficult for these agents. Because when the agent contact, oh, I'm in Sudan, people love your music, I've done my research, and these are the statistics. So I think when we do business, it will work. The average Ghanaian artist that I know will make things difficult for such an agent. So if you yourself, it is part of your plans, you don't even wait for the agent. You have team members. Okay, now per our streams, when we release this song, we have seen that most of our streams are coming from this side of the world. So let's move in there or contact an agent there to do feasibility studies and see if when we stage a show or get closer to the people, we'll be able to make money out of that. But I think we don't do enough, and we are making money loose because for instance, Sarkodie, is somebody that I think he has waited so long for moving to Nigeria. Sarkodie. For about 5-6 years ago, Sarkodie was hot in Nigeria when he started making collaborations with most of their artists. Banky W, Ice Prince, MI, all of them.
Runtown.
You see, even Runtown was just later.
One other guy, is it Fino? Is it Fino?
The collabos, Ice Prince, Banky, even the one with Banky alone was hot. And that time, Nigeria was all over Sarkodie. So imagine he was able to do his checks well, plug with good organizers and stage an event there. He would have made money. But we make our market so ripe without even identifying them. And I think it is bad on their side. Because in this business that we are all doing, we are looking for multiplying our numbers, making more revenue. So when you bring a song and it has done so well, and you don't exploit the song well, make sure that you squeeze every dime out of the song, then we are making mistakes. We see Burna Boy and others playing and we are so happy. You know what is behind? You know the kind of people who are behind all this crowd that is gathered and we are so crazy about. People are working behind the scenes. Do you think it's just Burna Boy? No, people are working to gather the people, then at the end of the day, he will come and perform. So if we also want to move out and change the mindset, the orientation, that music is supposed to grow. After conquering your local base, you need to expand your revenue, you need to expand your numbers. And how do we expand it? Discover new territories. We have territories that are already enjoying ready market over there. You can even build territories that do not know your songs by starting plugging the songs there. When you plug, you build a market over there, plug your songs there, and maybe, for instance, the type of sound that you do. We have countries that enjoy similar sounds. So you can be here and know that, okay, Angola, my sound in Angola is almost the same. So let me start plugging. Get promoters over there, let them start plugging your songs, and it will mature, then you go and cash in. And we even have markets that are already cooked. Recently, we saw Adina playing at a certain Australia. No, even before Australia, he went to one country like that, and it was massive. The way that people were jamming to her songs, it was massive. But I think this one, it will take somebody there to even call them that, hey, your music is so ripe here, come and rip. But we don't have people who are so proactive. That will scan through the world and see that, okay, we have money here sitting waiting for us to go out there. So Kidi, yes, it is normal. Kidi is big. His songs are widely known. It is up to them for them to take the risk and also go there and cash in. At times, it is not just for the money alone, but you need to also make a statement. Go there and let the people know that, yes, I'm known. It's not like people don't know my songs. Go out there. And as even Anna said, even in Ghana, how many people go to the other regions? They don't go. People think they are so big in Accra. We have moved with artists. We've traveled the length and breadth of Ghana. And if you think you are an artist, travel and see.
That means somebody like Fancy Gadam is really making.
No, they even Fancy there. You can tell that is his traditional.
Oh, that is, yes.
But I mean, Fancy have come to Accra and
that's
he's
what I'm
pulling
saying.
the numbers.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. For him to move all the way from the top there, come to Accra, and then still get these numbers, that means he's doing it.
But there's somebody in Accra.
So yes,
when you put him in Koforidua Accra,
like you have a hit song. You see, you have a hit song in Accra, and you think that is all. Go to Bandai and see if people hail you. They won't mind you. So before you can even play, as Nana said, before you can even go to Bekum, you should have hit songs. You should be known. Not every artist can go there. So before you want to travel, make sure you have promoted yourself. Go check the grounds, test the grounds and see if it is okay for you. Then move ahead and get the right people. If you just get anybody at all, it will flop. Not because you are not known or the people don't like your song, but if you don't plan well as well. So we will just encourage people to be go and make money. I think we can't lash them or force them because it's money. At the end of the day, when they make the money, it will be in their own pocket.
All right. So if you don't plan well, you fail well. That is what I'll add to it. Now, moving away or flipping from Kidi's issues or Kidi's topic, we want to enter into the gospel frat, where Celestine Donker took to social media platform and then posted something I'm going to read. And sometimes I may be say, those days now, Esther Smith, any PSC, any Tego sisters, almost a Omontaria from top now. You could see down as a wedding gown and almost. this time around, almost say the fashion, the way they dress is okay. And this is what she wrote. But before that, the emphasis that I can see, so my brother Sammy, or UKCC, or no, OKPMO, Ghana Music Awards UK, no, it's one was here. And then before he comes back, me and Midi, Jumedi and Muchiam, said, I attend Biano, Yeni de Biano. Now, this is what Celestine Donko posted. And I'll say, I think most of Ghana's female gospel artists are dressing well, decently, and have a great sense of fashion. I am just happy the days of indecent, inappropriate, and boring dressing are over. If we keep this up, plus exemplary lifestyle and utterances, we will go far. Amen. Oh no, this share one. It sounds like it's a prayer. The word share. Amen. This share one. Yeah, I think most of Ghana's female gospel artists are dressing well, decently, and have great sense of fashion. I am just happy the days of indecent, inappropriate, and boring dressings are over. If we keep this up, plus exemplary lifestyle and utterances, we will go far. Amen. This is what we post here. Now, Oshe Sena, if you use dress in a gusono, any idea, then the Kujokin start if you are home. Now, Oshe those days, the lives of Omize Tego sisters, yeah. Now, Oshe Bimo to say, Celestine Donko herself, she was that side type. Tego sisters, Susie and Matt, Jane and Bennett, Stella Dugan, Stella Abasil, Esther Smith, and then so forth. Me brina. What you dressing? Any this time round dressing. What you on any this time round what you vast different. Before they were against you dressing me like this, but now they are embracing it. What do we have to say about this?
Okay. If I will understand what Celestine is talking about, I want to say it got to a time and a new crop of gospel artists, you know, normal dressing and or making sure say decent. Normal a bit more dressy in an indecent way. Not bad. And now for some time, so the media and the public, you know, normal bash or man say, dressing no one way. I say, and yeah, exciting. We are more focused on Holy Spirit, and you know, yeah, mass style, because there's a side of the business they need to look up to. So, now, and to be frank, some of the gospel musicians now are dressing very well, although they have all their elaborate styles and stuff, but it is decent. As a gospel artist, there, we are talking about decency. Not too exposing yourself and also showing of curves here and there. No, you need to be circumspect with that as a gospel artist, because in as much as you are doing business, you are also looking at the ministry side of your work. You cannot go full length as a secular art would do. A secular art wouldn't mind showing a little bit of flesh. But if you are a gospel artist, if you show some of this flesh, you may be swaying from your overall motive. So if he says now they are dressing very well, I want to agree with her. And one person that I will big up is Ife Grace. That lady knows how to dress. That if you have followed that lady, she really knows how to dress. When she dresses, you see that no, yes, this is a gospel artist. So for now, today they are doing very well. Stars, as you portray on the screens, you could see most of them are now giving us elaborate styles and all that, which will make the business look good. When they are on stage performing and you are watching, you also have other things to look out for. And you know, fashion is also part of our music now. So they are not just looking at one side of it. I think all of them. The first one, I think, Diana, right? Yeah. And PSC, Diana, PSC Empress, right? No. The third one. Oh, that is about Patrice. Okay. No, but the picture is not too clear. You can it resembles.
Now it comes back again to Diana Hamilton again. No, this one is Ohima Messi. The white one.
The white one is Ohima Messi.
The one in the pink and then green, lemon green is
Diana again. And maybe Sasante.
That is.
Who is the last one? Celestine Donko. Yes. So these are beautiful beautiful costumes. And I think with the gospel, now they are working alongside what is happening. Before, most of them didn't understand the business aspect of it. It was more of when you listen to their conversations, oh, it was all of God. We are doing God's work. When you even ask them, will you even charge for a show? Some of them will be like, oh, we won't charge. When we come, then you'll bless us. All of that. But the conversation has changed. Now, most of them are working toe to toe with the secular artists. We've had in recent times gospel artists who are winning VGMs, winning 3 music overall artists of the year, and they are really competing when it comes to the stage. Now, when you attend gospel shows, you know that yes, these people are not joking. From their musicianship and everything, they are not joking at all. And costume is another side of the business that will attract more people. And so, kudos to Celestine. Yes, she said, if you can project the statement again, so that I can pick some points out there. Indecent, inappropriate, and boring dressings are over. And lifestyle and exemplary lifestyle and utterances. Some of the gospel artists, the way they speak is bad. Some of them, they come online, talk anyhow, and if you're a gospel artist, it goes beyond just singing. You are an exemplary life. You have to lead a life that people will emulate. If you read the scriptures, when you read Matthew chapter 5 verse 14, it says you are like a city on a hill that is not hidden. So everybody watches up to you. So you can't sing God's songs. Then when we come to your personal lifestyle, it is nothing to write home about. So Celestine is spot on all the things that he mentioned. He has been closer to some of the gospel artists, and she knows Riley. Celestine has been in the game for almost 2 decades. So she really knows what she is talking about. And it's a good advice. If her colleagues will take it, I think in the next 2-3 years, we will see the gospel music moving forward.
Okay, thank you very much on that note. How do you see this post? Because you say, could you send the brain? What's when you're
I'm trying to connect indecent dressing and how it will promote the music, like the gospel music. I agree with her generally. When you dress decently, you get special, like you get better response or respect from people than dress anyhow or indecently. It will affect you generally. But I'm thinking, how do we connect your dressing and your and then the gospel music in general, how you like progress? If one thing is for sure, I think her comparison of how they were dressing some time ago and how at some point people were dressing, I think that one I will attribute it to the season and at that time the people who were doing it. You can talk of the old artists, like you mentioned some of them, Benny Sofair, Stella Dugan, and Esther Smith, Tego Sisters, and all those people. I think their perception at that time, or the kind of life that they were living, is different from the kind of life that we have now with time. There are certain things that we were not even allowed to say it on air or on or wherever. Like there were certain words that you cannot use on radio or on TV. But now we do it. Why? Because social media has changed things.
So
I think.
Oh,
not at all. We go with trends as human beings. We go with what is happening. I can't label it as any be at that time or no, not at all. Trends now, and 1 or 2 people be then some people will follow, and then it becomes. I'm pretty sure say that time on now almost dresses are. So old dresses are they call baby to say GTV I be pam. Why I am my own TV needs to be. And you didn't have the option to dress anyhow. Obian can't dress code nature, but there are certain dressing you can't take it there. And at that time, so why her crowd was so bit to us.
Yeah.
Nina can't win to me. I don't see it as a conscious thing that now they want to change. No, it's with time and trends. Now maybe those who are leading them, like the powerful gospel musicians now, or the ones that we can say that they are in the top positions, like Dana Hamilton, Celestine Donko herself, and others. The kind of dressing that they are dressing, those who wants to be like them will pick it. And so that's what will give something like that. But I can't connect it to their maybe they will make progress in music, as in the music will be better, or people will patronize them more, or I struggle to connect it. I struggle because
it's got nothing to do with
yes,
and the song or the promotion or
yes,
like
exactly. That's my point.
As in a gospel artist.
Yes.
Like if you dress indecently, you can still push your music.
Of course, if the music is good enough for
gospel
them.
Music.
Not only gospel music.
We are talking about gospel music.
Yes,
if you take it out of the gospel context, it wouldn't make sense.
Can you just
one artist that thing has affected.
I just say it will disrespect anybody. What kind of dressing now? And then comparing to this time around, difference woman.
I don't think this message is to compare to the olden artists.
But
don't test weren't dressing bad though.
Come back with the message again.
Take your time. The point is, he mentioned a lot of things.
Yeah.
He talked about indecency, boring. So indecency, boring, like dressing and stuff. So don't take it back. I don't think he's talking about the days of Stella Abasil. They were dressing very good. Maybe we can talk about boring with their days.
She mentioned it, so definitely.
Exactly. So it wouldn't be indecent. Indecency will be the current. Most of the current crop of music, gospel artists were very dressed. I don't want to name, but you know, most of them come online and they are some of their dressing steer controversies. What's it?
Like the example that you are bringing, that's where I'll have issues. You know, the decency and indecency thing, it will be subjective. Yes, generally there is something that we all agree that okay, this is decent, and they are the borderline ones that people will say, oh, it's okay, and others will say it's not okay. So my struggle is, how then would that thing affect your music, as in getting more people patronizing you or getting more people hating you because of your dressing? Like, I'm struggling to get that connection because her conclusion.
Gospel artists who doesn't dress well being affected. Many. Nana is a gospel guy.
Okay, maybe Nana will mention a name or even give a clue of who is suffering from that. I think the focus should be on the music that you are giving us, and then the plans that you want to use to promote it. If people accept it, you are in there. But generally, dressing decently is better than dressing in a way that people will have issues with you. Instead of maybe talking about your music, they will be talking about your dressing. Yes, in that sense, it may not. Yeah, it may not go well for you. But generally, I don't think it will affect the product that you give people or how people accept it. For instance, I'm not fan of going to church, or I'm not a Christian, but still I listen to good songs. And if it happens to be a gospel song, why not? I will not care about the person's dressing or how they behave. I just want to enjoy good music, and I want to believe there are a lot of people who are like me. They will just enjoy the music and forget about your dressing. Maybe some churches may have issues with you when you go there or when you are interacting with them. But at this time, even the churches, because of the crowd that you bring to them, I don't see a pastor saying that because of your dressing, I will not let you come to my church. I doubt, or I've not seen one yet. So yes, I think the artist should take it in general that it's better to dress decently than to dress in a way that some people may have issues with you. Yes, but it's affecting their music. I doubt.
Okay, all right. So you move on to Nana Reagan since he's already in the pictures now. Nana, what do you want to say?
So, I agree with her, especially in today's world where you are easily swayed away by fashion. One share obedi fashion na ebia wa nyama bia but then again sankame yo no a anke bia anka will attach pictures to this particular post because
she didn't attach pictures. She didn't attach pictures. Yeah, we pick pictures in the production.
The production now pick pictures. Oh, okay. Then sorry to her. And then that's a perfect thing that she did. I mean, the message is clear, and if you have followed the gospel fraternity for some time now, you would understand what she is trying to say. You would know, say yes, and you know, fashion is one key thing or the first thing to look at now. So if you are appearing as a gospel artist, people want to know, okay, like what is the new ish that is going on in terms of clothing and other things like that, and they are just doing it right. Sorry, my understanding to the post is not like to say those in the past were not dressing decently or they were not dressing well. You see, growing up, there are some things that we were doing in the past that now things have changed more, and in that change you can be swayed away or you might get off the proper things to do in terms of dressing. And I think the new crop of gospel musicians now are just doing it well. They are just doing it right. You understand? You can get little to say about how they appear, how they look, what are they wearing. You can get very little things to talk about them. Everything they are doing now, it's on point. Sometimes when I attend some of their events, I don't even look at that. I look at how they are treating their BVs. You understand? They are instrumentalists and all of that. And these guys, like, they are really putting up good costumes and all of that just to add color to the event and all. So it is good. Like, they've really raised the bar and it is doing well. Me, I would agree with Kojo that in the past, the Stella Siu, the Daughters, Benis Fair, Mary Gansa, all those people, they were dressing. Even now, they were dressing very beautifully. That was the age then. At that time, I am sure at that time they will equally have some people who they would also describe as, okay, this one is not this one is in this one is you get it. So it's the same thing. Just as what Celestine is saying now, maybe in the next 5 years we will get new crop of gospel musicians who that will also come and change they will to the gospel face, and it will make Celestine and these people also look like, okay, you understand. So it is just that as a gospel musician, you need to, everybody expects that or have that expectation that you should look in a way that suits what you preach. It shouldn't just go off to the reason I was saying I brought up the issue of attaching pictures is that, you know, people love their stars, and Obia star be a decent man. Obia star dressy man. You understand? I remember people questioned Living Joy's Blessing's way of dressing when he started wearing shirts and suit and all of that, but that is equally decent. Because if you ask the gospel or the Christian, normal Christian, but he will tell you indecency is when you expose parts of your body. So if the body is covered, is that indecency?
But I want to understand from this. Okay. I want to understand something. Say people who are born in Honoma, you need to come down to their level before they can understand your message. What you say? If you say, "Ope say, preach ewa born in Honoma," sometimes you don't always have to be in a coat, you don't have to be in a suit, you have to be in before you can just preach to someone. I'll better was but if you dress like him personally, now one in the oh brother Charlie say me know my be da the way my komoda say by see my friend say I think say hormone or better was ye. So in the sense no, I think say dressing also counts.
Yeah, I get your point, but I know your individual decisions to make. Say, okay, where I am going, I want to. But generally, no, people have their expectations of seeing a gospel. The moment you give yourself that title
as a gospel musician,
they want you to appear in a certain way. You understand?
I only said that because Chemo gifted Empress gifted honestly saying a Stone Boy show when you know the people that are going to come around. It's for you to feel the gospel within. Almost say obi okita kakre bi gina chiro no na. No to nyame say.
But don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it wasn't decent. Me, that's why I'm saying I'm struggling to connect the two.
Okay.
My point is that people were talking about it, and some were the Christians and others the same Christians, but still they were like, oh, this wasn't good enough. This was good enough. So yes, so that subjective thing where there will be issue, no. And I make us say, so how then do you connect how it will affect her music? That's my point. Yeah.
If you are talking about, I don't want us to bring the curvy shapes and all of those arguments in, because even with the pictures that we selected from production, you could see these people with curves and all of that. See, in our recent times, whether we like it or not, the ladies, that is how they would appear. Yeah, you know, they look very curvy and all of that. So it is okay if the person is not exposing certain parts of the body that is so sensitive and she is covered, just that if you feel say atadena too much and they shape na masa and on any indecency be yes, that's why okwa sorry now shena Kevin be akata weni na bompai and be winning masa munja I don't know, people like oh, I don't like it. My point is I don't like people forcing people to live their lives that like you have to appear say because I am appearing like that and that is the standard. No, that is not the standard for everybody. Yeah, you get it. So yes, decency.
Yes, at the
point. There's a general one. There's a. I agree. There's a even. Richie, you bring the picture. Let me say something. Let me just make my point. Yes, there's a general one that everybody will agree to.
The edge that people
agree, some will not agree to it. This picture, Kojo, these pictures, if you really want to go into it, somebody will get one ish picture and you understand. So like say okay, this is the no. So
my point is, if you were having pastors or some church leaders who are rejecting some people based on their
we have. You
don't
go to church, so you
no report. I'm talking you here.
You here, no.
Oh no, come on.
See, it's not happening to these people. It happens to members.
Yes.
So
we are talking about these people.
Yeah, but
so we have reports about these people suffering from that thing because of their.
The only report is that there are some gospel musicians. I don't want to mention anybody's name because of my affiliation. There are some gospel musicians that are not getting some shows to play or get certain areas to go because of how they dress. That one there is there.
Are you sure?
Yes.
There are some churches.
Yes.
But Osha see the crops you are saying now. Me who's will be the yabulity.
I know about
it. Is the trend.
I'm
talking about the local sense.
people
exposed. There are some gospel artists wearing of tight. Even this one that they are doing, you can go to the stream. You can be all covered, but still you are indecent. But the way you are showing your backs and your boobs and stuff, there are churches who.
So that's why I'm saying that because it's subjective. How do we connect if there
let me show you. You are thinking of it affecting the a lot of them. The point is, this is Christianity, and it's about the masses. It's not even about churches. It's about the masses.
Yeah,
and they have their expectations. Yes. They know how a Christian lady should dress. It is not us.
Yes,
so everything there is a standard.
Oh yeah.
Like YouTube, you know there are certain things that you dare not do. You can even protest and say that, oh, this one I think I'm right, but they have their standards. So when you are not doing it right, the people know it.
The thing is, let me wrap up with what Kojo is saying. The thing is that there are some gospel musicians in our space now who are doing very well, but no matter how well they are doing, they cannot play shows for Pentecost. They will not be invited just because of how maybe they appear and how they put themselves out there and all of most of them. So the suffering there, it is there.
I know one artist.
So
even his colleagues organizing events, they are not putting them on.
Mention him.
Because of lifestyle. I won't mention.
Oh, come on.
Why should I? It is not necessary.
No, that is why I wanted to know. Say pictures, no. Celestine, yeah, but essentially we will also leave it like
maybe this happened here, that happened there, like something like that, and it looks like you have some people having personal experience, but you don't have
even in the secular fold. Where Miss Bell, he went to play an event at the Kumasi University. Look at what they did to him. Because he's so influenced.
No.
So this is gospel. We don't even tolerate that.
No, listen. Before Miss Bell coming to KNUS, she has gone to a lot of places. Nothing like that happened to her.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
And people were complaining about it. People were bashing her.
People didn't get the chance to be.
You see, what Chemo is failing to accept is that you are doing business. The fact that people, even if 2-3 people are talking about it, is feedback.
Yes.
And this is not 2-3 people. Miss Bear has been chastised even today for his dress. Go online.
Yes.
So when you hear people complaining about your product, you think it is not a problem.
No, I know.
It is.
I think, let's.
All right, so thank you very much on that note. You are part of it. The comment section is reserved for you. The Akane so far, first and then second topic we are discussing. If you think what we are saying here, you object to some, you add some, you subtract. It is accepted. We are all here to learn. Let's move on to the next topic, where you find Sammy Flex in UK with the Ghana Music Awards UK, and this edition was I don't know if you've seen excerpts of it, but there are one or two few confusions. Be hot man. It be so my way and me pick just few categories. Be hot man na ye bisa. So okay, hase no. Do you think say anka abranti we anka so far now? You starting from the top on, because I had the topic for discussion. Maybe I'll be Fibiano. Yet the artist of the year. I know you demand Black Sheriff. Artist of the year. Black Sheriff. Chamo.
Black Sheriff, he's doing well, but me did say Kidi deserve it. Call Black Sheriff. And then said worrying. I mean, obviously he's all over the place, but in terms of longevity, consistency, and how the person has been in the game for the period, and when you consider the period and what the influence of somebody like Kidi, I think me push Kidi before Black Sheriff, but I'm not surprised that Black Sheriff is winning, because at this point in time he's the hottest artist now.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. You move on to the best rapper. I'm going to man Sarkodie and Cigar, Rollies and Cigar, Sarkodie and the man. Okay, the youngsters now no man. You say the Amarado, or also he's taking over kakra gradually. Same way, lyrical Joe. It's choosing Sarkodie over these two acts. A man for Phil said no, it's questionable. What is your view on this one?
So that one too. I'm not surprised, especially when you consider the venue or the place that it is happening. I think Sarkodie's influence outside, like in the UK, will still be bigger than Amarado, Big Joe, and Co.
Okay.
Yeah, lyrical Joe and co. So I'm not surprised that Sarkodie and Irene that 1-2 as well. Just that because in recent times, so already and go for somebody like lyrical Joe Amarado and common to be Nyanka and but Sarkodie is really big in UK. Among the Ghanaians living there, so yeah, and you know, Sarkodie running too. I'm not surprised, and I think that one too is okay.
Okay, thank you very much. But what I mean, this question, maybe sir, could you can the list of you may just will be which one specifically do you think say it didn't go right for you?
Me for some time, no, I was schemes there. Maybe I say it is a game. So if you want to be part of it, just understand how the game is being played, then you come for it. So I've ceased complaining about who won what. The point is, once you are nominated, you are a potential winner.
Exactly.
And there is a criteria, maybe by a popular vote, academy, board. So anybody who is there can win. It doesn't matter whether it's the most popular song and we think your song was very popular as against somebody. Once you have all hit the bar for you to be qualified to be nominated, it means you are all potential winners.
Yeah.
It's like we are playing Champions League. Whether I was 4th in my league and you won your league, when we meet on the field, I can score you, I can strip you. Because we are all there. So you have to learn about the rules of the game and come to play. So I mean, I've ceased complaining about this one deserve it or not. The person that even you are fighting for, did the person even vote? Was the person even interested in winning that scheme? And we should, one thing that I will talk about is, we have a lot of awards here. We have the VGMA, 3 Music, Ghana Music Awards, USA, Ghana Music Awards, UK. And these are all people who are competing. At times, it may not be appropriate, or you may think it is not right, but I wouldn't want to go for somebody who has won in another category or award scheme.
Okay, to be also.
Like maybe Nana Reagan won for VGMs. I may decide to choose MC Bema, who is equally also fit for that category. Probably Nana Reagan was also nominated in VGMA Artist of the Year. But you can win in my scheme. It is all business. If we think that at this point in time, this person will be more marketable, this person will sell, propagate the image of the scheme, we can do all those politics in there. So one thing I always advise every musician who want to win an award, understand the scheme. Even get to know the category definitions. That is very, very important. Yeah. Most of them don't care about it, don't even know. Get to understand the category definitions. And if you think you have any power within you to make sure that you win, try and do it. At the end of the day, everybody who is nominated deserves it. Black Sheriff has been doing very well. VJMA, he was part of it, right? Or he wasn't part of Artist of the Year. So he was a potential winner over there. I think he almost won it. But on the night, it was between him and Kidi.
A lot of
exactly, it was between him.
But for almost winning it, there, come on.
No. The point is, if you were there, if you were in the auditorium and you check the ambience and everything. And if
people were pushing for him,
it was you couldn't predict who. You couldn't predict who was going to win, because one thing that it has been the trajectory is that on the night, if you win the overall, you have to win more awards. And Black Hole won about 4 awards. Kidi had also won about 5. So it wasn't something that was so clear to predict.
It wasn't better.
You could see that, hey, this one it could go either ways. But at the end of the day, a lot of factors will come to play. So for him to compete in VGMA, he deserves to win over there. Probably they went back did their homework very well, understood what these schemes stand for, and now with even a label. So when it comes to voting and other stuff, they have the financial muscle to even vote more. And even to make whatever influences. And what a time to win it now. They have a new label to project that he's won a prestigious award, and also good for the scheme as well. He will also sell the image of the award scheme. So for me, I'm okay with whoever won anything over there. I've ceased to complain about award scheme, and I think that should be the education. Understand it. It is business.
It is show.
And business. It is business that they are doing, so don't come and play there.
All right, thank you very much. That is Kojo. Can you move on to Nana Regan? But then Nana Regan, I want to start with you with Lifetime Achievement Award winner, which Reggie Stone and I mean, on the man, and I send any opinion, and on the man. Oh, share Juma Reggie Stone, my baby was saying. Now, on man of achievements. Now, oh, share grandpapa, we didn't want to really yellow. We have guy what's it. Be Philippa Pay. Or share son of year and on with the man. How do you see it? Was it done in the right way, or like the one with the man? Was it okay for him?
Yeah. I mean, I support anybody that will give such an award or honors to Reggie Stone. I knew about it before the night. Yeah, so I mean, it's just in the right direction. It's good that we have to honor people like Reggie Stone. So for it to get into our books that this person has really contributed to the Ghana music space or Ghana music, and he deserves to be honored. And I think Ghana music, I think this is the second time he's winning such an award, like lifetime or legendary award. No, I think the legendary awards rather.
Okay, yeah.
And then the lifetime too has come. So it's just beautiful. I mean, you say Omaya, they feel to honor their legends, you know. Yeah, like, you know, Chrono and time to. So it is right that, you know, Alodia and his Ghana Music Awards UK organizers or team would see the need that Reggie Stone has been one of the pillars in our space, and he deserves this honors. So I mean, congratulations to him. Personally, I don't have any issues with anybody that won at Ghana Music. I had artists in there. I had Trudy in there. I had Mina also in there. Womena. I also had Lidophilia in there, and it is, you know, none of them brought any awards. I think last year na Ewini be best. This year I've not seen any reports that they've won anything. But it still doesn't take away the kind of say no, not at all. Or it doesn't mean whoever won it doesn't deserve it. I mean, sometimes we should put away technical and emotional lenses sometimes, because right now the award schemes, just as Kojo was saying, a business, so it is not show and business, but a business. It is 100%. Yeah, you should not create film.
Were you surprised that somebody won like that kind of thing?
Yeah. No, I'm not surprised. I'm not making.
So not necessarily like I have issue black women in it. My point is, I'm surprised because I thought Kidi was ahead. Yeah, so like people should get it. Yeah, we are not trying to say that no, he doesn't deserve this one. No, but based on the dynamics and what, in my opinion, I think they have to consider to give the award. It was like, oh, I'm surprised. I was expecting this guy to win and all that, but I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it.
My point is not even coming from
your submission. I think my point has been an observation that I have made personally with our awards, every Ghanaian awards, not just Ghana Music Awards UK. So I was near point. The man be we near man family. You understand? There are ways people are doing things to win some awards. Say Wana Gambo winning on song. VGMA on song. So, you know, it is a game. Learn to play the game some. If you want to win.
When those things are happening, don't you think it values the award scheme, like the value that comes with it.
That is good.
There are some games that is so obvious.
Yes, I agree with you, and that is why some of us, there are certain things that we have said several times that we wish that it doesn't go like that. Me, one of my key problems, that is where when I argue like that, the business aspect also comes in, and I also agree with whoever will be making the business argument. I personally don't like voting anybody as best what. Me, if I will get those research team in all these award schemes should go beyond the science and data argument. We know what science and data argument, just the numbers on streaming platforms, views on YouTube, and blah 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 blah. People, if you want to know that somebody is really doing so well or working hard for themselves or for the music space or Ghana or community, you can go beyond just looking at, okay, when your YouTube views say, when your streaming numbers say, or no, say in the year under review. I mean, I don't buy into those things. But then again, if you want to do the business arguments, what I'm saying might look some way. Because at the end of the day, the organizers are also doing their business. You understand? So it makes it some way for me. So that is why I have personally concluded that was we are.
That's it.
Anything that make us a me artist, me and Sankwana me woman. You get it? And Kebianka maybe try out the awards them by and based on my because of my artist Ninya Mountain and Kebianka me now we cry now me artist ne cry you say now or yes e kofa ha na kosi ya no na the massa ya pon. Next year if I want my artist to win, I also know what I will do.
One of the categories, category 33. The best
worship.
Best worship.
I saw you made an argument. Why?
I'm surprised that
song.
yes. And my surprise is you see they have best gospel musicians in there already. They have best gospel songs already, and then we have best worship song. So we had they had enough worship songs for them to compete for it. Like I want to know how they will have best worship song, but they won't have best praises songs. Okay, so if best kind of like
what the argument, what I would say is so okay, say the best worship song na be man. And next time you think say and it will be best
praises song of the year. And then we have best
that can be then Chemo, you shouldn't be surprised about that. I think it should be a suggestion from you to the organizers.
And then the best Ghanaian European song of the year, and they have another one, best UK like kind of.
No, those things.
Those categories, it's really amazing and interesting.
Do you know that some of our gospel musicians, they are just Ghanaian by birth or by names and identity, but they are not based in our space here. They are based there. They have good songs that are doing well. They also have their own shows that they play over. So because they are not here, like we see the Empress Gifties, the PACS stars, and all of those people, you might want to put them aside. And besides, this is Ghana Music Awards UK. The other day, Sammy Flex was here arguing that I think he said he thinks that some of these awards should be for the people over there. So I think that is what is motivating these people to create some of these categories just to honor the people there. Say your worship song there is no argument to it. The only thing I'm saying, don't make it like okay, so I surprise. I say Bibi Nkoye.
Something like so. We will have an award like best Ghanaian European worship song of the year. Then it will go to Elijah the worshipper. Because he is in France and they want to award him. So are you going to get a lot of
Worship.
Yes.
When you see, when you are moving in for any criteria, you want to cover a new criteria. You look at how viable that sector is, and also look at the sustainability. If we study the gospel terrain, worship is something that is very viable. Even in our space, we have worship shows, a lot of worship shows on almost every radio station, live worship. And so that aspect is very huge. So we have a lot of people, and even when you move to the UK, we have a lot of worship programs, a lot of people who are just doing worship. So if you want to create a category like this, you just look at how people accept it. Even in Accra, 2 p.m. Tune into every radio station.
Okay, so will you suggest that Ghana should have best worship song of the year in
if there's a need, I think it's not
bad. BGMA, for instance, they don't have any.
They can create whatever category.
Oh yes, but I'm saying, will you suggest or do you agree that based on what is happening in UK, they should have a category?
It's the focus. It is the focus of the schemes, and this Ghana Music UK Awards. The point is, which people patronize it the more. It is the Ghanaian citizens in UK. At the end of the day, if you organize it, then the ones here are coming to win almost all the awards out there. What will be their benefit? They will buy in terms of tickets. They are the ones buying it, and there's a culture there, and the church in UK, Ghanaian community, church is very viable. There is very vital. People subscribe to church over there. So if you are doing business and you need things that people can buy, creating such a category, it is I support it. So I think they did their homework well.
All right, thank you very much, guys, on this very topic that is the Ghana Music Awards UK. Now, you move on to Shatta Wale just this afternoon. Now, three camera scene in him now in some kind of Bibrina Etrifa, the former manager. Now, BullGod now BullGod. Now, son of Khan, your best video, no, your boss here. If maybe we kind of right, maybe we one can year, you will just sit here and then we talk about it finally. It's a video, the about never come on.
Especially when they talk, even though they make sense. Like this one for one, a music industry and things. We did if we talk some things about Shatta Wale, they sound like, hey, Uba min channel, now we nan sound. Uba min channel, now we are dream, I had yesika. Me na make sure the way I yesika. I go start mentioning from who start managing me from day one up till now. With all those who they come say as managers with me now, I introduce them to people as my manager. They don't know anything about manager work. If me I teach them, call anybody out. Call anybody out. From names where I go start mentioning. I get boys when me move back in the days where I introduce them to people as my managers. Yesterday I did where I just watch some interviews with BullGod they do, and if everybody did, they make it tell BullGod, they make it come live. I dey talk sense, make you can listen sense again. Because it be me I dey talk sense into your head. Make you can listen sense. Because you see that thing, it full up the cap. It full up. If me and you dey work, where they say what are they need from you? You know they fit prove them. I go leave you. Ask anybody where me and the work. Or somebody where I introduce to people as my manager. Good dog. Today, if you come sit TV and radio with your friends, your colleagues, where they be your friends. I know them, or you see the things they do. It's just that the outside people don't know about it. So they watch it as an interview. But I know it's a plan for you people to do whatever you want to do for make Ghanaians. Good dog. You know, be social media where my fans they alone. No. You know, say if you go streets, my fans they street, my fans they craze. The love they get for me, it tend to craze. So when I dey streets, it be different life. That's the reality. And somebody can do social media where they talk, they do interview. So what? So how do you think of? How did you? You go see TV. They talk say you built my brand for me. Are you okay? Sometimes when they do those things, they say no. You know they fear God or something, Bulldog. You know who me I be. Why you know they tell Ghanaians who me I be? You know who me I be. You BullGod, if you make reference to people say, if Shatta say A, I beg, let's go with A. Because Shatta, when he say A, when you listen, spiritually something go happen. When you say, hey, like for listening Shatta. I go if you go there radio talk and TV talks. Them are stations. Then all you have in mind is to tell people, oh, I made Shatta Wale and who he is today. So, BullGod, you made me who I be today like how? I fucking employed you. I've been paying you. The monies, BullGod, the monies that they give you, no artist for Ghana. They repeat, the monies that they give you, no artist for Ghana give you manager that money before. The monies that they give you, BullGod, the dollars that they give you, the CDs that they give you. Chris Corner is my fucking witness to this. My boys are my fucking witness to this. But them too, they sell out. They did what they did. You people for stop, they do that nonsense lies. And start the paint. Stop the painting black. Cause you see right now where I catch. I'm too okay for some of you in my life. Cause when I started this thing, and I was telling you.
Okay, so this is Charles Nyama Mensah. Shatta Wale expressing his displeasure. Honestly, he's not really happy about whatever that transpired in the studios when BullGod, interview section, and he feels all this thing that they've been doing, a plan thing. Now, you feel like, oh, it's just a mere or a normal interview that is going on. Kojo, Shatta can't send me break.
Yes. Myself, I joined the live, so I listened to
where it's coming from.
Yes, I joined it and I ended with him. I do say that in Ghana we don't have artist managers. What we have are errand boys, because almost all the musicians who have managers, they control everything. They are in charge. You don't have any power over any artist. They run their affairs. And Shatta hit the nail right in the head. Yes.
Unless maybe you are under a record label.
Of course, if you are under a record label, then you have the power to take certain decisions because you are allowed to work. But in this case, even when we look at the normal business setup, when I establish my company, I need a manager to come and manage the affairs of the company for me. And when the manager comes, I have my vision. I have my goals and objectives as a CEO. So I'll sit you down. Okay, this company, these are our goals, our core values, these are our visions, these are our objectives, long term and short term. So this is what we want to achieve. So you are coming to work in line with what the company has on paper. Then you also come, okay, I as a manager, I can also add this, bring this on board. And how you work depend on the strategies that you devise. So the strategies that you devise as maybe in an Oregon being the road manager of Wendy Shea, you have a vision. Rough Town has a vision for the artists already. So they explain it to you for you to understand. Then you will devise your strategies to make sure that you achieve your goals. In Ghana, what do we see? It is about, oh, you are my friend. So come and let's work. Most of them don't even put on paper that this is my manager. And even publicize it for the world to know that this person is the manager of this artist. If MTN want to find a manager, they will advertise it and potential candidates will apply. And after they will designate that this person is a manager of MTN. Everybody knows. And it comes with power and authority. You have power to work. But here, it doesn't happen like that. It is the artists that will introduce people. Even almost all the gigs. It comes through the artist. Then the artist will tell you, I will send you my manager's number. I will send Chemo's number. Then Chemo will follow suit. So in that sense, the artists feel that you are very useless. What do you add to my brand? You don't add anything. And yes, and most of the artists don't even understand what a manager is. They have come to realize that it is a requirement of the job. So they will pick somebody and decorate that person as a manager. And all they know about is, okay, I go here and meet this person, go there, maybe book interviews here and there for me. And that is all. But the work of a manager goes beyond some of these things.
Okay.
By planning, organizing, directing, into a certain extent, even controlling the affairs of the business. Which artist manager in Ghana has this control over their artists? If you are not signed onto a record label and you have been designated as a manager for a certain artist, it doesn't happen. Yeah. So I'm not surprised some of the things Shatta will be talking about. But that's that notwithstanding, me, if two friends are fighting, I always don't want to believe any of them. Because you wouldn't know the the real truth of whatever that transpired between them. These are people who have been together, they have laughed, they have wined, they have dined, and now they believe that they are on their separate ways. So whatever that will happen, yes, BullGod will come and say something, which will be the truth. Shatta will also say something, which will be the truth. But the real truth, you may never understand it. It is high time that most of our people who are acting as managers will up their game, as in advancing themselves, moving beyond just organizing interviews and those basic errands for the artists, so that the artists will also see them as who they are. Because if a manager, I don't think if a manager for MTN or Tigo is managing Shatta, he will come here and be saying some of these things about the manager. Yeah. Or he knows that, hey, this person can also move out there, secure certain deals, bring it on the table, and we split. But if I don't know, you are my manager, and almost every shows I've been playing since 19 Kojoho, they call me. That has been the challenge of managers still. They call me, and I would rather tell you the continue for me than I'll take the money and then give you some. So if managers are also moving the notch higher, going to secure deals, oh, I've brokered this deal with this company, and the split is maybe I have 40%, that is you also have 60%. Now the respect will be there, because in the video he cited an example that there's been cases that BullGod and his father has been into meetings where they are negotiating with companies where BullGod couldn't offer any meaningful impact in that. And even on countless occasions, his dad has come out to say, why do he even move with BullGod around him? Because probably back in the days when we saw Shatta and BullGod, we saw BullGod doing almost all the dirty work for Shatta Wale. Exactly, on radio, defending the indefensible. Everything about Shatta, he was there. But the point is now, probably we have crossed that phase of our life. Now we are moving to a very different level. And are you up for that level? Any artist can decide that, okay, I think now your capacity now doesn't match to my new standards. So I want to drop you. And in the first place, he said he employed BullGod to come and work for him. Meaning he had his plan. He knew what he wanted. And you are coming to work. So at any point in time, if the company feels that you are not working to expectation, we can terminate your contract. But as I said, I wouldn't accept the fact that BullGod never did anything for Shatta Wale, because if a company will be successful, at times the managers that you employ also count. So whether I work for 2 years or 1 year, I think what I did also elevated the company to a certain level. So maybe now I don't fit in. And as he said, the things that he want to get, he don't see that BullGod is ready for it now. That is why he's moved on. And he mentioned a lot of other managers that he has worked with, and that was the issue why he dropped them, and even some of his colleagues. Yes, but the fight that is happening between them right now, you see BullGod here. I think Shatta's problem is that BullGod is saying he built the brand Shatta. That has been his problem, and he feel that his former manager should speak the things right. He should let the people know that yes, it was a journey, and you came and you played your role. So saying that maybe you built it, it means that everything Shatta Wale is you. But guy is saying that you are not there, but I'm still moving. He mentioned Mr. Logic, a lot of them who were with him, but now not with him. But he's still moving on. But I said, whatever happened between them, we wouldn't know the truth. But my advice is, when we are working with artists, we should make a conscious effort to also grow. Growth doesn't mean maybe education alone, but you also have to think of yourself as a manager. When the artist is rising and you also don't rise to that level, there will be a problem. There will be a time that the artist will drop you, and it might not be wrong for the artist to do that, because artists always, I say, are selfish. When they always think of their interest first before anything else. So when they meet somebody who is now speaking their language at their level, they wouldn't think of the kind of struggle they have had with you. That Chemo, when I was nobody, Chemo was with me, we were sharing bread here and there. He wouldn't think, he would think of the new picture now and move. But if Chemo has also risen to that level, you even played with him to be with you. So that is what I see. We have to upgrade any moment in reading courses, education, in any form, getting different skills and other stuff as money, so that we'll also be competent. So if Shatta moves, another top-notch artist comes for you, then you will see that, hey, really, the guy also up there. But then you know Shatta, some of the things he will say, he's so pain. When you watch the live, he was talking so passionately. At the point that he said when they were in the meeting with the father, BullGod was drawing head of he had a paper in front of him, and he was drawing human being's head. So he said that felt that maybe BullGod was taking notes, and he watched on the paper, and BullGod was he called his dad live. Shatta called his dad live to confirm that thing.
And Daddy confirmed.
Daddy confirmed.
Daddy Shatta. That's serious.
So the relationship between BullGod has done something phenomenal with Shatta. I think that time he needed a bulldog, because the work that BullGod did, because Shatta, the energy and everything about him was so hard that he needed a manager like that. We realized when he was transforming to be more corporate, he needed people like Chris Coney to come in Julio, to come into the team to soften the brand. But the beginning, the revolution, let me say, the revolution, it needed a manager like BullGod. And I think that is why BullGod will also say, I also built him. Because when they went through that phase, everything normalized and Shatta. So I think we should give credit to what every role that somebody has played. But Shatta's problem is BullGod moving out and running certain interviews. And you know how our media people are. They will be asking certain questions that the artists will also feel hurt. So I think BullGod should be mindful of some of the things he said, because for no matter what, their relationship is revered. Everybody respects Shatta and BullGod's relationship. So we shouldn't do things that will mar or bring that relationship into disrepute.
All right, thank you very much, Kojo King. He said a lot, which I think Nana Reagan would be the next person, and the Chemo will just continue from there.
Very much. I think there's a certain reality in life that we should all come to understand. when Kojo was talking, he spoke about like Ghanaian artist managers and how the artists dictate for them. Yes, it's true. It's very, very true. And it is not just Ghana. Everywhere in the world that the artist is the financier of the label or whatever, they will control, they will dictate. But it is not about when the artist is at the top. The discussion and the argument should be when the artist was beginning, when he was climbing up, because that is where the difficulties and the challenges are. The moment he gets at the top, like Kojo was saying, the calls will come to him, because at that point, ono no be in him. Ebia ono ne number cry na that bonting. But ebia money na start no say our label and I say obi ne fa no so ne ye ejuma and the nipa no na finance no a. The artist, knowing where you are coming from, no, you'll be shaky. Like you will not dictate, because at that time the nipa no fa no ono so hu bibi wo munti ono collaboration ono be discussion be hu okay ahanom na me hwe ye fa be boy, this is the vision, until you all come to an understanding and say okay, the journey, no, this is how it should go, and I want to be the financial powers of whatever we are doing. So that once the person is pulling money and you know, he said it was difficult for you to get financial support for your career, no, you will be consider like you would listen to the person sometimes, and you will know how to go about things, and some of these things will not be happening. But the moment the artist is already known and he employs somebody, whether you like it or not, irrespective of how whatever names you want to call the person, he will dictate for the person, because at the end of the day, management work is not just about you going to look for deals for the artist and blah blah blah. If you even bring the deal and they need money to execute it and you don't have the money, what happens to the deal? It doesn't happen. You get it? Me, what the things happening between BullGod and Shatta Wale, personally, I am not happy about that, and I wish they would go off this path and address their issues. Whether Shatta likes it or not, BullGod is a contributor to his brand. He should just the argument ends there. If you want to tell us that BullGod is not a contributor to it, it's like when you're writing your own story, don't mention BullGod in it. You understand? BullGod saying he maybe the messages and the comments might not be so, like it will not come well to Shatta. You understand? Because when he said maybe Shatta have struggled right from the beginning till odum pempen so be no for so challenge me abrana yemfa yetimbo na yenye ABCD, and then you want to take all the credit, even one fa baby or no start and no struggle ye be do answer no twen about picture no one fa hono mana amba. Yes, he will be offended. But then again, if Shatta is reacting to such offense, me, I'll have a problem with him to say that he like to paint a picture or make it look like what BullGod is saying it is not true and wanyeshe, because obi Shatta na in his reaction, like they will be like BullGod cry chant to like one country, where when you get into the life of anybody at any point in time, your contribution and everything you do, your time, value time. The time you spend with them and certain things, and people don't really value it. Before be back out and say yes, I just also cement. And money pano say free. That is the only time they will appreciate the effort and the time you are spending with them. But church or na di peja, they don't want to see it as anything. That is why most of our artists they struggle, they find it difficult to work with agencies. That is why they find it difficult to work with PRs. They find it, they think it's then be like 4 paragraph. Now I try to abandon. Some people don't value it, they don't see it as work. But these are all important to see. The artist brand is a whole company. He can't do it alone. Dialogue obia owomu bibia ayese nkwan. Also ye nkwan, also ye live soup. In as much as you take small salt and take maybe plenty pepper, doesn't take away the value of the salt in making of the soup. It doesn't. Because enufri mupe ebia nkwan na nye complete. Sa magi gitu ebi na odi begum or palmo money kakra bi na odi besom no. Efimu a the taste you want to feel. Now because say you mean my young nkwan ma manfo kra say ma tenye enye 100% enye complete that. So we should understand that in building ourselves, whether we like it or not, people will come and make 5% effort in you building yourself. Somebody will come and he will make 50. Somebody will come and then he will make 70%. Don't rubbish the 5% effort because if you are 5 number, I won't complete. Let's appreciate people for whatever small roles they play in our life. Say Shatta kasa no so kasa Ghana artist be ni kroma otua na manager kate so on. So just close your eyes and ask yourself, say, if BullGod should sit somewhere and say the opposite, will Shatta be happy? If he doesn't appreciate it. And I say, if we put the two of them on the spot and BullGod make it look like, and I'll paint a picture, we say, Okrana untuya mekaya. Do you think like he will be happy, he'll be excited about that? No, because that is not the reality. So what's the American? Because he wants us to commend and appreciate him as an artist. What he may manager ye. That is why he will even mention it in the video. That is the same way maybe BullGod is also expecting some appreciations. And I say, Obe appreciating the effort, and I say, Enyamabi. So what the American I say? And you know, with what they are doing, for me, I think it is not the best way to go. They should just sit down as big men and address their issues. Some of these issues of yes, you employ him because at that point you have the financial power to do those things. A year in a BullGod and a year financial power, don't know. Charlie said the who artist be more conform. Charlie, I have all the songs. I don't have money. All I need is money. So what did the American say? At that point, the only person also this come out no otu fukra na enye kra obefa. Because you himself all can say one for pay. That is the same way. Artists no what's our financial muscles no. Manager no uye ejuma no. Ono so ne employment the daily bread source ne sad you know. Into of let's say o can be bikra no ebia that is what you want to do whether we like it or not. That is exactly what you want to do. Or can be bria o wa obeka say bia o onko no before from there brand you know. He will go by it. So I think that Shatta should calm down with some of the things he's putting out in the public. And BullGod should equally also tone down on some of the reactions or turn on certain platforms. At this point, we cannot advise or agree with one and leave the other. Like Kojo said, we don't know who is really speaking the truth. So the only thing we can do is to look at the actions they are putting out and then suggest to them the best way and help the people who even trust in them or look up to them. So what's the American say? So with issues of one man wow because of Felisa one for one call a certain that is sound of my crow ye will label bua ebi artist be free so or artist no label no so obe hunu wo baby ao ube hunu nkomodie wo baby ao ni jume demo se na ejuma o because the moment ube hunu news so and so artists and this level pathways opa mo nye wi asemu nyumu ni na enko baby a. The other day there was a story from Bullet saying say Rough and Smooth because they were ungrateful to Bolare. At that time, if you compare the two, Rough and Smooth and Bolare was far ahead in the corporate world. He was big. He was huge. His value is big. He can enter anywhere and bring you any gig. So ask yourself then again, what happened? Okay. And there are some things maybe we cannot discuss on some of. You see people like that. You can part ways with them because you feel like maybe Chemo enemy nante ko Kojokin or and I could do common Kojokin boami and I say Kojokin name about down for Kojokin why are down for no because we are the most talented artists. Yeah. It is because of the relationship with Chemo. The moment you part way with Chemo, Ufe chire ko Kojokin or say onya womboabia or befa fon afre Chemo or mo besro. And that is what most of us youth we fail to understand or get. Obu on my village and I'm carrying you soon and me who asime me who we na me who and they say me to me raha na me to me say and I'm a talented and me yet then as say me to me massa. It is just a phone call. Everything is going to all the doors will be shut. All the doors. You best shut the doors in na. Say na ya yeti krumu. There are some shows people expect that they want to see Shatta Wale on. The fans cry, they make this show they were supposed to put Shatta on it. They are admitting or they are trying to put out that statement or make it look like Obi Nessa. If it is true, ask yourself why is it happening? If it is true that somebody is at the top sabotaging you, why is it happening? So that should tell you that yes, irrespective of your talent and how big you are and where you can go and all, there are certain key people that have come into your life today to also contribute small. Sometimes in baby small, but nini na come back together and a bema o page drum pempen so o journey na o person on travel on o betimi do destination. Okay. And such people so no they also have some small way no e betimi alock baby as ada na mba o journey ne en undru. What the American say? So let's respect people's efforts. Like it doesn't matter. I know an American before we appreciate it.
All right, so thank you very much, Nana Regan. Finally, Yinti Chemo was on the point on this very topic about Shatta and BullGod management and blah 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 na BullGod or draw. Hey, Chemo.
Interesting. If there's anybody to advise at all, for me, I think Bulldog is the one that we should advise, that he should stop what he's doing. And my reason is simple. Shatta Wale is just responding to what Bulldog has said. Okay. So if it will cease, it means when Bulldog stops talking, Shatta Wale will not have anything to respond to. So exactly, and you know, if there's anybody for us to advise that he should stop because we want the thing to stop, I think it should be Bulldog. He should just stop talking and everything will cease. And in fact, my reason to even go that direction is because we know that he wasn't talking for so long. So now the question will be, why is he talking now? What is the reason? So if he can give a better reason why he is talking now, well, then you will interrogate it or you discuss and see, okay, maybe he has a point to talk. But until then, I think he should stop talking. I mean, if there's certain things that he has to bring out or he has to say them, I think he can professionally generalize it and talk about his experience working with Shatta and what we should take from it or not. But if he is direct, addressing his issues with Shatta, obviously Shatta will not be happy. He will come and defend himself. Definitely. So first of all, I didn't listen to Bulldog's interview or the plan, supposed plan, things that he said. Yes, but the best way for this thing to cease is that he stop talking or directing Shatta in that way, like talking directly to Shatta in that way. I think if he wants this thing to stop, that's how it should go. He should stop, and then Shatta will not have anything to respond to. Yes, as for the management issue, I mean, what Shatta said is obvious. If you employ somebody as your manager and you are the CEO, you will still be the major decision maker. But the only difference is that you have to employ somebody you trust and think that they have something to bring on board. So when they say something, you, because you trust them and you think that they are good to handle things, you will take their advice. It wouldn't be like whatever you say is the final. So first of all, I will tell all musicians, or I will advise musicians to employ somebody that they trust and think that they have something to bring on board. Don't just employ the person because you know them or they are closer to you. Yes, because later you will come and diss them. you will come and throw like Obeke Kebi
so all of BullGod's life as a manager to Shatta Wale, he was drawing human heads.
Not at all. But the point
so
is
that is where the issue, that is where the issue is.
No,
why do you wait? I understand. I guess where you are making your argument, but my question is, because of anger and emotions, you want to pick just one instance and say that this is what you were doing. Then tell us that in all your career life with him, that is.
Did you watch the?
No, I watched only excerpts of.
So it wasn't like that. It wasn't like he just picked. But it was an example at a point. You know, he was talking about a lot of
things.
No,
I mean when you are fighting somebody and responding to the person, you want that person to be objective and say good things about you. Forget. Forget. So that's my point. So that's why my point is that if BullGod wants it to stop, then he should also stop talking. Now he can come out and say certain things about his experience with Shatta, but he can generalize it. So it wouldn't be like he is addressing Shatta. We all know that the media will give you that they will ask questions for you to address Shatta directly. That's what the media will do, because in that case they will get more views, they will get more response and all that. But if you don't want Shatta to respond the way he's responding now, then you shouldn't be answering direct questions like that. Yes, I mean it will be good that you share your experience with Shatta so that people can learn from it, what we should take and what we shouldn't do and all that. But if you address him directly, expect him to respond, and the response wouldn't be an objective one. I mean, I'll be surprised if people will say that he should be objective and talk the good things that BullGod has done. No. When he is coming to respond to it, he's even, I mean, I was like how when Kwadwo said that he even called the father. The guy is so passionate about it. The guy is angry. And into a friend father cry money baby and also obey objective. No. So my point is that BullGod should stop it. Okay. And this thing will not happen unless BullGod can hear Shatta, but no okay come and then that one we will be like, are you saying that he hasn't done anything for you and all that? That's when we can talk about that one. But this one, koko addressing or baby na anko ya masa ononso the be mouth and go fu bibeka oto.
Because when you said we didn't even watch
BullGod's interview, yes.
But the reason why Shatta came to life was like he said BullGod said he built the brand Shatta Wale. Yeah. And in your analysis, you said Shatta cannot stand anywhere to say he should accept that BullGod contributed. Yeah. So I don't think Shatta will be peeved when BullGod says he contributed to building the brand Shatta Wale. But when you say you built it, and he also think that, oh, why? What are you talking about? When I went to the when I was nowhere 10 years ago, when I decided to come back, change my name to Shatta Wale, I had a plan, and I brought you in for us to work and make money. And he said a lot of things.
That's why I'm saying that it will also be an error on your part to take away the beginning factor. Say, time our fefe no, maybe our fefe, maybe look and so me answer no okay.
So what he said was when he started, he even cited Mr. Logic that he was working with Mr. Logic.
Yeah.
And he said even BullGod has been condemning him Shatta to Logic. That why you following Shatta Wale? Who is he? He doesn't have any future.
Until
he came in, or he invited him. So Charlie, a lot of
but yeah, my conclusion is
if issues.
We want this thing to cease. First of all, BullGod should stop the way he's addressing issues. Then Shatta too will stop. I mean, he wouldn't have any reason to come at him.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. That is in team Solomon Dodo, aka Chamo. He's a YouTuber. Same with YouTube manager. Anything bothering you about YouTube, just see him, pick up a phone, call him, and do that business over there. And then to my far extreme left, Kojo King, PR, publicist, and I didn't
YouTuber. The newest YouTuber.
Follow me on YouTube. At Kojo King. All right, so that is Kojo King. And the same way, Nana Reagan, the Beef Nation president, now the artist, the road manager to Wendy Shea. And I'm so happy we have this thing. And to you too for being a part of the show. Do more, we have more. My name MC Berryman, and currently the guitar rasta, handling cameras, Richie Flex, and of course Lappy G being our producer. We thank you guys all the time. Hey, currently some men can say, oh no, you makeup and so I ain't go for the. All right, so catch you some other time because we have a lot of package for you on Sammy Flex TV. Be with us now and forevermore. Peace, and we are out.